You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful watchers. We just saw Luna Nozawa lurking and listening upstairs, and she was learning all about uber villain Remy Pryce. Most girls would hear a cautionary tale when listening to Electra Forrester talk about this guy, but Luna might hear opportunity knocking. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to look at what could be one of the most devious pairings in B&B history. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, click that button. So you can already tell that Will Spencer is the new object of Luna's obsession. Bill Spencer just wrote Luna a reality check in case she was getting naughty thoughts about him again. Bill Spencer didn't just friend zone Luna, he father-daughter zoned her and just made it very clear, never will there be anything romantic between them. He sees her in a daughter role. And that's okay with her because now she's got her eye on Dollar Bill's mini-me, hunky Will Spencer. The only problem is he has got a girlfriend, and Electra is a really nice girl. Plus, Will got to play White Knight and save her from Remy, and that has strengthened their connection. But Luna's not one to let a little thing like house arrest, an ankle monitor, or a girlfriend stop her. And speaking of that ankle monitor, that's a big fat problem. Even if Luna cooks up a plot to get closer to Will and steal him from Electra, it's not like Luna can go make that plan happen. Because if she steps off the property, she's back in prison in a heartbeat. And it's funny that Will just told Electra that he feels bad that his dad is all alone in that big mansion, when really Will should feel scared because his dad is not all alone. And Bill thinks he's got Luna under control, but I think it's the other way around. She's saying all the right things, acting grateful, but that hamster wheel in her crazy brain is spinning out of control. Bill sees her like a daughter, fine, but, Luna's only gonna want him to see her that way if she can have his son, Will. And when Luna was listening with that creepy focus, Electra and Will were talking about Remy's bad deeds, and they revealed he's been arrested. And that's fine, but I can't imagine he's going to stay locked up. He was mentioned in the 2025 spoilers that Brad Bell listed, and the scene on the rooftop where Will punched him, that aired January 2nd, and then they revealed his off-screen arrest like a couple of days later. Honestly, I would be shocked if Remy was done. They hired a great actor, Christian Weissmann. They made a big deal out of this storyline in the 2025 preview spoilers. Those spoilers came out the same day that fight episode aired, January 2nd. So I don't think he would talk about something in the future happening storyline wise that occurred that day. And they always know what day they're going to publish, So to me, it feels like Brad Bell was speaking about more to come. And it's not like Remy murdered somebody. Yeah, he did an absolutely awful thing, 100%. But I do wonder if he was careful and covered his tracks, because if he can't be linked back to the email sent to Katie Logan with the pictures or the incident back in the hometown, if there's no digital footprint, I don't know exactly what all the police could charge him with. He did try to keep Electra in his apartment. Then he chased her around and taunted her. Then they had that tussle on the rooftop, which is definitely him assaulting her and making threats, but she wasn't physically harmed. And we know people, you see on the news, people that get out of jail sentence when they have done scary things. And they're in California where they're pretty lax on stuff. So I just can't see them holding Remy for too long. And assuming Christian Weissmann's run as Remy is not done, I could totally see him conspiring with Luna. And in that vein, it might be that actress Lisa Yamada was teasing a plot twist. So she and co-star Christian Weissmann had a little fun filming a TikTok backstage on the set during the annual Christmas party on December 19th. And I will say that just because the Remy actor was at the party, there's no guarantee he's still working on the soap, because Matt Atkinson was at the party, and we all know Thomas Forster is missing. His picture's on the back of milk cartons, right? So all that, I still suspect that Remy's not done. He's too good of a villain to ditch that fast. So the video Lisa Yamada posted was her and Christian dancing to a song. It was cute, but it was the caption that got me. Here's a screenshot of some of the pictures and some of their moves. You can see him coming through a backstage door, And I put the words on the photo are the captions she put on her TikTok. And it said, Luna and Remy end game. And that sounds like wicked fun, right? So let's talk about how Luna could use Remy to get what she wants and how he could use Luna to get what he wants. We all know Remy is a stalker perv creep, and that's exactly the kind of guy that Luna probably could work with. She's stuck in that house, but she's going to want to break up Will and Electra. And since she heard them talking, maybe she thinks, this Remy guy might help because he's obsessed with Electra. And I think she could figure out a way to contact him. I mean, he's been arrested, so she could call the jail. I mean, Luna probably knows the number because she was arrested and processed there. And yes, she has an ankle monitor, but Bill leaves her alone in the house. So she could use a phone or a computer to reach out. She probably doesn't have a cell phone, but Dollar Bill's old school. He might have a landline in his home office. He's probably the kind of guy who still has a fax machine. And he definitely will have a home office with a computer. So Luna could hop on there, pull up the LA County Jail, do an inmate search, and find out how to contact Remy Pryce. And I can see Luna reaching out to let him know that they have a problem in common, and that is Will and Electra's relationship. And let's face it, Remy was kind of sloppy. And of the two young villains, I think Luna has a little more of a criminal brain, that she thinks things through better than Remy does, but he's also pretty tech savvy. And best of all, once he's out, he's not going to be under house arrest with an ankle monitor. So I think it'd be big fun for Luna and Remy to cook up a plan to split up Will and Electra, but do it in a way that would make them dislike each other. So the breakup would stick, I mean, Remy would be happy to shove Will off a roof, I'm sure. But if they work together, Luna would want Bill's son to survive so that she can have him. So they need a scheme to split them up in a way that they won't look back at each other, but that they both survive, both Electra and Will survive. And given Remy's computer skills, maybe he can tarnish Will in Electra's eyes and make him look bad. And I bet Luna could come up with a few ideas. I said the other day, I could see her trying to drug Will and hook up with him. And Remy could help if they did a plot like that. Luna could let Remy into Bill's place, and she's an expert at slipping things in drinks. And, if Will comes over to see his dad, she could slip him a roofie. Or if he's just there waiting on his dad and she sneaks around and puts something into his drink. And then Luna could, undress them both, climb on top of him, and then Remy snaps some compromising photos while Will is out of it, And best of all, those pictures wouldn't be deep fakes. They could set it up to look like he was cheating on Electra, and they could hide Luna's face so nobody would know it was her. She would just look like some hot babe with dark hair. I mean, heck, Remy could even bring her a wig so that she couldn't be recognized, like a blonde wig, something that would look definitely like he's with a totally different woman. And then Remy could post them online and tag Will and Electra to make sure they went public. And that's exactly the kind of thing that he would do. So we'll see how it goes. And, I think it'd be strange for them to bring in bad boy Remy just to give him the boot a few weeks later. Christian Weissmann's first air date was November 8th. And the last time we saw him, it was January 2nd. So we just need to wait and see if Luna is going to get a partner in crime who can move around freely to help her do her dirty deeds while she's stuck in the Spencer mansion.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.